All right, I believe we're live. So welcome to the world of Harthron. This is your Dungeon Master Bilbo on this wonderful, cloudy, cold Saturday afternoon in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are with the Grey Guardians. This is session T28. Make it to Mardom alive. So I'm actually going to do the recap since we had many of us playing online last week and when we played, or we were down a few players as well. We should have a full house. Mardor and Asnod are both on their way here. We are without Garther as he is in Regina, Canada, messing around in the CFL stuff. So he will not be with us this weekend. So, where we last left off is our heroes here now are on the planet called Tureen. It is, or not planet, I should say plane, plane of Tureen, which is the Earth plane in the world of Harthron. They have been brought here by Rafiq's patron, Alba Basara, and she has requested Rafiq and his merry group of adventurers to recover a diamond for her, held by a certain Tao in the city of Mardom. And she dropped them off about a half a day away from of Mardom, and the group is making their way towards there right now. However, when they came through the plane shift, Vega went down with her head hurting and went unconscious. And so Rafiq has been carrying her for quite a while. You guys now are fairly close to the city, probably a couple miles out. Lights are getting more and more closer to you, even though it's complete darkness around you. You do have a couple torches lit. I believe Baidmar has one and Flamesor has one. But you're trying to keep other light sensitives out, like Mardor and both Slosh, to have these continual light stones around their neck that they can let loose at any time, but they haven't done so at this time. It got to the point where Rafiq has just been worried about Vega not waking up after hours of traveling, getting closer and closer to the city walls. So they put her on the ground, and Mardor and Grungy and Rafiq are kind of studying her and checking her out and seeing if she's okay. And at that point of just kind of checking her out, all of a sudden, off to the west of you, the group heard rocks or stones shifting in a great amount of a noise, loud noise, and the ground beneath you as well started to shake. And that is where we left off at the end of that session. And just for anybody else, in the sense of how they ended up here, just take a step back. The group was fighting the Marsava clan for Rhea to return, in hopes to return her son. And they, to no avail, Graybins, that shifty orc, teleported away with her son. And the group was trying to go back through the teleportation portal. Instead, they ended up with Alba Basara, and was Rafiq was told that that she wants him to do this to continue to grant his powers further down the line. And so this is a little side trek mission from Grimnox. And she said she would return them, succeed or fail, back to Rhea and when they complete this, or maybe not complete it, we'll see. But at least if they try, make the attempt to recover this diamond. And so we will go into actions. So with that, let's roll initiative, people.
I am Dawn. I got a natural one.
Oh man!
There
you go, girl.
So we know that means Flamezor is above everybody else.
Because I got a +9 initiative.
No kidding. Jeez. All right. So is anybody else above a 25? Right. Then and I'm gonna take out for right now. I'm gonna take out Asnod and Mardor until they get here. Anybody?
Oh, he's a 29. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I have a good alert feat, so I'm like, who the?
Yeah, he is super fast. So, anybody 20 to 25? 16 to 20?
19.
19 Vega.
Quick, Alex, roll D24.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. And there is
I rolled a 4 on the
Asnod.
die.
All right.
So
I got an actual
Vega's
20.
19.
Nice. Well, at least one of them was.
Okay. Then what has got next is 11 to 15.
I think I rolled my highest initiative ever, a 14.
Oh, wait a second. I get some advantage
Oh.
on initiative rolls.
Oh.
I got an 11.
Yeah.
Babe, ours.
That's a natural 20. All right.
All right.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Dungeon Master's in trouble on that side over there. Jeez. He's already 2 in a row. That's crazy. All right.
Just
And
always
then with what did Baymar roll?
11 total.
And roughly.
10.
All right.
And then you got slosh somewhere in there.
Yeah, already.
You know, that turned to trouble.
Let's go.
All right.
I got
Perfect.
to see you
So
last week on the interwebs.
here we go. Starting and on up here.
Man, that's hilarious. We both turned into trouble.
All right, so Flamezor, since you did miss this last episode, so you hear the ground beneath you is shaking, and you hear, because you can't see, it's total darkness. You have a torch lit up in your hand right now, but other than what the torchlight gives you, and you can see off to the distance to the south of you lights of a city. You see multiple lights, all low level for the most part. You guys are getting closer, so now you might see something else. That must be a second story or third story building. You're getting some of that, but other than that, it's complete darkness. You've actually even had some issues where somebody almost fell into the ground opened up underneath them. I think it was Grungy, and somebody snatched him up before he fell in there. And so you've seen that. You came across a wormhole, a large wormhole. But you hear this, smashing, crashing of like just stones up over into this direction. What do you do?
Should I pull my blade out? My sun blade?
Rafik says, I think that it knows we are here. I do not think that it is something we will regret you doing. So, yes.
All right, so
Dun, dun, dun. And he
All
pulls
right.
it out, lights
Yep.
it up, and could he make so
So
that will light it
Coming
up
from
more.
this direction.
yeah.
That it would light up the area more, and
Yep. So now you see everybody in the group. You know, you see what
Make a
around
stand
30
close
feet,
to us.
but yeah, you don't see.
so that's what we're.
You don't see other than hearing the stones like rock, earth moving over in your direction.
So this is how we're set up.
Yep, that's exactly how the group is set up.
I'm gonna stay near the group. I'm just gonna move to the outer edge because I
fantastic
can
idea.
take some.
Go ahead.
hits. I'm gonna move right around.
If you stay within 30 feet of me, on my turn, I'll make sure that I can heal you to the maximum extent.
right here.
And now I can.
No, wait,
You need to stay within 30 of him. He's saying stay close by.
Oh, if
Yeah,
you're
that's
okay,
just
we're cool then.
within
Yeah.
30. So
All right.
I'm
Excellent.
still within- And actually,
I want to make sure to
Did I
heal the
try?
heck out of you.
wait. So now, can I
Okay.
try and make a perception check?
Yeah, you can try. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, messed up.
Yeah, let's roll regular on the table instead of backwards.
Oh, that was good.
It's the flying die rule.
Well,
Lay the ball where
It's all right. Sure, 10-year-olds do it, but so do adults. So.
Dang
What's your roll?
Yeah.
What's your roll on the die?
it. I got it. I
A
got
7.
it.
You don't see anything. Or all you hear is the rock shuffling over there, the ground shaking beneath you, and that is it. Asnod, you are up.
All right, perception check. Which way is this noise coming from?
The noise is coming from that direction, so
You should
off
probably come
to
up
the
here.
southwest.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna stick around right here.
Okay,
Waiting
perfect.
for it.
And then perception.
All right, so now with the ground shaking so much, I want everybody to make an acrobatics check or dex check. Anybody that's standing. Vega, you don't need to make
Is
one.
it a save? Is it a save?
You're on the ground. Yes, it is
Dex
a
saving
save.
throw.
Dex
Oh, I get
saving
advantage on this.
Athletics or
Cause that-
acrobatics?
throw. Acrobatics.
Nope.
Which is dex.
Or yep, dex based.
Do
Yeah.
dwarves still have
Okay,
dwarves?
11.
You're fine.
Yeah,
18.
because I got
Fine.
advantage.
16.
Fine.
Thank you. That was a saving throw. Can I take-
16.
You're good. Grungy.
Do dwarves still have a stability ability?
I don't believe
They're
they
sure
They
Back
have
in
the
the day,
sort
I-
of like if you can't be pushed. I think they'll be knocked.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends on the thing. So
races.
go ahead and roll it and see.
What?
But
Oh,
yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
What do you roll?
6.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's-
yeah.
what's
Then we
the-
might want to check.
It may be in there.
Yeah, it should be right in the character
dwarven-
traits, right at the door.
Like the belt of dwarven kind gives you that same resistance, if I remember. So I think it is. There's a sort of, but it may only be like a resistance to bull rush or something. About
Yeah, I
that.
forget
So
what
not
it
so
is.
much
I know the belt
dexterity
does
as-
something, but I can't.
Should just be.
100%. Oh, jeez.
It doesn't seem it's not in here tonight.
Yeah, if it's not there, then you don't have it.
10-4.
Yeah, so,
Okay, you are falling.
Dang it.
Ouch.
Me
What'd you roll?
Consistent.
and
with what I said.
Asma just
Yeah.
and they're like, I know.
Okay, so knock you over.
We knew.
Um,
We sense that
This
this.
one, right?
Okay, and Slosh is fine. Let me roll for Garther too. Garther will fall over too.
All right.
The
So,
two doors.
all right. That's great. All right. And then you off in this direction, off to the southwest, you hear da da urga. Does anybody speak Terran?
Terran.
Oh.
All right, so no one understands. All right, Vega.
So is there? My understanding of the elemental languages is that they are somewhat related.
Yes, absolutely.
So
You could
since
roll
I speak
this-
Aran and Ignan, what kind of are we looking at? Insight?
Yeah.
It's not a great one for me, so let's hope. Nope. No idea.
I'm gonna take this one.
Okay. So Vega.
There's a chance.
First off, I'm just gonna give you this. So, you are minus 14 points
Jeez.
in psychic damage,
Mm.
and you are up if you so choose to be awake now.
So after Rafik says, "You've been drinking," I look up. Not exactly, but I think I can stand up right now. And so I'll lift my head up and look around, but I'm still sort of lying there limp. What's happening?
Yeah, the ground underneath you is shaking.
I
So-
shout, giant worms are coming to kill us.
So
I've read about this in books.
shaking, and the voice that we heard saying "blah blah blah" is
Yeah.
from the same direction.
Yep, the same direction. Yep. Where the earth seems to be moving, stones seem to be moving. You can definitely feels like, you hear like, especially the dwarves, like an avalanche hears. This is what it sounds like an avalanche or something, or something's caving in or something. Of course you can't see it, but that's what you hear. And yeah, you hear this deep voice just say what, I just said. Yeah, so.
So I'm just gonna get my bearings. Maybe I'll do perception to try to figure out what's happening, but I'm kind of out of it, so I'm gonna fail at that. So you can just move on.
All right, perfect. All right. So Garther is gonna stand up. Can you stand up, Garther, for me?
Oh, sure. Sorry.
All right, and then move him. Move him another, say, 15 feet towards, but outside the group. That way, there we go. Yeah, so he'll move and he's like, I don't see anything. Let's move Slosh. What are we doing? He says.
Form a line. There is a large creature that has erupted from the ground.
Okay, so move him up 30 feet straight. And he is going to undo his stone on his neck to bring continual light there. So there's some more light. Grungy, you're up.
I stand
He
upright,
looks- I was about to say he looks like he's down to me.
and I'm still not sure about the mechanics here. Can I still cast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
You may even want to
sta-
move like 10
right.
feet
Standing
just
up
to make
takes,
sure
takes 10 feet.
10
of
feet of
movement.
your movement.
Okay.
But maybe move
I
10
wanna-
feet
I wanna-
to make sure you get Slosh.
Yeah, I want to
and-
make sure get myself in a position to make for my beacon of hope.
Yep.
To
Ah.
hit everyone.
Hey,
Okay.
Bigmar, which of these squares are you occupying?
Doesn't matter, guys. Let's not worry about squares. There you go. Yeah, so if you move
Yep.
there.
By the power of Grayskull, I'd like to call it summon the power of guidance. You can all have advantage on your wisdom saves, and you will get healed to the maximum amount. You are welcome.
All right, so you put up the beacon of hope
Mm-hmm.
and guidance. Is that correct?
Or actually, just beacon of hope.
Okay,
Just
beacon
beacon
of
of
hope. All right, perfect.
Beacon.
And that lasts 10 rounds, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Or
I'll keep a check counter.
concentration check.
I'm allergic to beacon of hope.
All right, that's Grungy. Bademar, you are up.
Do we have to pay double, Bilbo, or anything like that?
No, not at this time. You don't.
Alright, I'll just go over there with my torch out and I'll cast my false life. Alex, go and roll a d4 for me.
Oh, 4.
So I get 5 temp.
All right.
And that's it.
All right.
I'm on fire on the dice.
And Rafiq, you are up.
Okay. Let's see. I guess he will do similar. I sort of have it as an SOP that he's creating false life typically, but false life on himself, so 7 temp. And he will, as a move, try to help Vega to her feet. So
Okay, yeah, you can pull her up.
What is he doing?
I don't think those are working right now.
but he's just helping
Wait,
her
lower
up.
legs.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
And that takes a move action to help her get up, right?
Yeah, and it's basically taking your action to help her up because she's like she's really weak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
That's good.
All right. So.
It's not just me, right? The ground is shaking.
Very much so.
Yep.
Okay. Can you guys make a good stop, please?
We may have to kill something large to make it stop.
So yeah.
So all of a sudden, out of Flamesaur's looking around, and this huge stone comes and just hits him right on the top, right into his chest.
I like I tried to absorb it, like. What save throw am I making?
You're not making a save.
What?
You're just taking damage, dude.
Your AC already failed, man.
That should not have been mine.
Pitcher through it. He's hitting you right in the chest.
Yeah, but I was thinking I would maybe fall over.
Oh,
I would make it so fall over.
you might fall over. That's true.
Give yourself time.
Oh, but I do need you to make a strength saving throw.
There you go.
You're good at it all, man.
17 total. I mean, not, yeah, 17 total.
You're good. All right. So this huge rock, I mean gigantic rock, is almost as big as you, comes flying out of the sky and hits you right in the chest, almost knocking you over. But you stand tall on this.
Okay, what am I doing there?
Flamesor, ouch.
And you take
I've taken worse.
51 points of damage.
Oh my.
That's some good stuff.
Okay, I maybe haven't felt worse than this. What?
Not one hit, buddy.
No, that is.
Ouch.
Okay,
That's the wake up, isn't it?
run.
Good morning.
Where did that come from?
It's the
Guys,
sky.
we gotta run. It could be raining rocks. We are in the earth plane.
So yeah, you're just blood's coming out the side of his mouth. All right, Flamesor, you're up.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna use my. Why do I keep dropping?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's because
I think it was a 3.
into dropping dice.
No, I wasn't rolling it. I was gonna say something. I'm gonna use my my bonus section. Can I use my second wind and wouldn't it be 18 max because of his beacon of hope?
Yep, it's gonna be the max.
18 back.
So you're using second wind. All right.
So 18 back would be minus. I'll be minus
33. Right?
33.
Alright.
That gave me all. So you see him like gain some stamina back,
Okay.
and then he's gonna be like, "Show yourself," where we can see. And he's gonna try and make.
You say that, right?
Let's see if it comes out.
Another 10.
I'm right over here. You hear this in common.
I'm like, I'm not falling for a trap.
Get out of my home.
Who are you?
All right, what do you do? That's what he says.
Get up.
What are you doing?
So,
I hear this.
Oh yeah, it's loud.
Okay.
Loud, boisterous, guys. I have a chest cold, so.
Okay.
So I'm still within 30 feet of you, Grungy. Okay, I'm still within.
Oh,
30
You don't have to be
more.
anymore. It's just at when he casts it.
So I was right here. So I'm gonna just go right. Wait, go. Come on, guys. We gotta move forward. Oh man.
Rafik says, no!
I shot
Do
back.
not advance.
He's gonna strafe.
Back up. In case you missed it, that was a warning.
What's going on, brother?
And Rafik goes, yeah.
I shout out to the
That's
giant.
it.
Quit
You're
throwing
doing your
rocks
thing.
at us, man. We're just passing
And
through.
I'm gonna make a.
What
Wait,
you doing?
well, before I move, I'm gonna make a perception check before I move to look out there.
Okay.
To see if I can see. Oh, that might 17 total.
No. Mm-mm.
Too dark.
It's too dark.
Too
It's
dark.
just too pitch black
Okay,
out there.
then I move.
All right, Ashnod, you're up.
Yeah, I just shout, hey, we're just passing through. You want to just let us through?
What's going on?
Because if you don't, I'm down fine with that too. But
Get out of my home. That's what he says again.
With the rock.
What do you do?
I was like, sure, we're just trying to get to the city.
What do you do?
I'm gonna stick where I am.
All right.
Like you're straight out of the lane.
All right. So the ground's still shaking. I need everybody once again to make dex acrobatics checks again.
Oh, for the love of goats.
That's 20.
Oh, I got 21. Like we're fine. You him like a
Oh yeah.
16 again.
Baymar, you're good.
Knock me over.
All right.
Wrong one.
This time, Garther stays
I
up,
think Grungy had a few Miller
and
Lights.
so does Slosh.
14.
You're good.
Okay.
Mardor, I need you just to roll
It's
a
that
20
important
sider.
stability. You're getting into a more
Yeah, guess
stable
what?
position.
My dice.
Okay, just roll one that's on the table right now. Just
Pick one
quick.
of these.
You roll really bad. It's,
A 3.
oh, that could be
Pick it
bad.
up.
Do you have
That's
anything
what I
though? Hold on, but Mardor, you might have
Actually,
this. You
I
might
don't-
have advantage or something with Earth.
I don't
anything
rem-
shape wise or whatever.
I
Do you have any stability?
Hold
The
on.
dwarves don't, but
Where's my Mardor?
then you might not. Check.
Oh, I'm not.
Um,
Heard ya.
All right, let's knock them over. For
Knock
now.
me over.
All right.
Just walked in the door.
All right, Vega, you're up. No, Vega, did you roll over? What did you roll for Dex or
I'm
acrobatics?
just holding on. I'm just holding on to Rafik. I'll roll for something if you want to.
Yeah,
I rolled a 19. I think
you're
I'm
good.
okay.
You're good. All right, perfect. Then you are up, Vega.
So we still don't see this angry creature.
No, it's definitely way in the darkness somewhere.
And is it what direction? Towards the way we want to go? Or?
No, it's southwest of you. No, you guys are going that way. You're going south, but it's southwest
Okay.
of
So,
where you
I'll
guys
tell-
are.
I'll tell each of
This
us.
would be
Are we
east.
gonna,
This
are we
is
gonna go southeast then?
Oh, southeast. Sorry,
So it's southeast.
southeast.
There they are.
Okay. Are we gonna go? I point southwest. Should we go that way for a little while?
Yes.
All right, sure.
Go ahead and carry me. Thanks.
All right.
All right.
Two of my
How's
dice.
that?
Excellent.
All right. So
Get
Garther is
over
like,
here.
what are we doing?
We are heading southeast now.
You mean
All right.
southwest?
So
No, we mean southeast.
move
We
move
are not
Garther
going
that way.
southwest. We are going southeast.
Garther-
No, he's yellow stand.
Yellow.
We are
Okay.
not trying to engage this thing since it just took half of your
Move him
freaking
like
hit points in
25,
one
25.
swap.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little bit too powerful for that. You don't want to go down before
Okay.
I can heal you.
One
Where's your
swap.
brother?
That's all good.
At the edge of the map.
All right.
I was about to say, we're moving southeast and east is towards me on this map,
So
right?
Slosh says we're running.
Yes.
All right. So
It's not our way, is it, Slash?
no. So I'll move him 80.
You were the one
We
who
have no
suggested.
quarrel with this thing if it lets us leave.
60. All right.
All right, Grungy.
Stand
Maybe
up.
try to talk to it.
So that's 10 feet.
I
of
think that
movement.
would not be advised. Let's see if simply leaving.
His rock throwing
Do you want to
said
roll
1,000
initiative,
words.
Mardor?
Sure.
So move me as far as I can move,
20,
19 on the dice.
and then I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast.
That would
Sanctuary.
19.
Does that give us protection from flying rocks?
No, but it protects me from flying rocks.
Okay.
Bademar, what do you do?
Baymar will turn invisible and go 5, 10. And he's just actually gonna wait there invisible. What is he gonna do?
All right.
I'm not sure if invisibility helps against this thing.
Yeah. Just chuck the
This place
rock.
is dark.
Here, use this as you for right now. It's invisible. All right, Rafiq, what do you do?
All right, so he is going to.
I wanna go check it out. Like, what is it? I want to know what it is. That's all I want to do.
He is casting invisibility
Okay.
and hitting. Let's see. Astronaut, Vega, myself, And so he'll move. He'll move. I think it has to be within 30 feet.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Correctly, let me see my sheet here.
No, I don't have anything special like that.
His ability is. Oh, it is touch. Interesting.
So
Yeah.
but I'll get bigger.
So can I deliver it? Yeah, can I deliver it as I'm walking? That's sort of
No.
an
It would have
interesting
to
effect.
be you touching them when you cast it.
Okay, so he's going to do this then. He'll move with Vega 5 feet. He's going to cast invisibility on the 3 of us,
Okay.
and then he's going to continue to move. So that's 5 feet.
Yep.
10, 15 is about it.
Okay.
So we put Vega out, and he says, and Mardor is also invisible. Present. So if you have one of those little things, you are now invisible.
I know who's invisible.
I appreciate that everyone has separate invisibility tokens.
Except Flamesor.
And, And Rafik says, keep moving, even if he throws another one.
Alright. I need Flamesor to make another strength saving throw.
Great. I'm making it. Like, no, I'm not missing the strength saving.
You want to put that little rock by him?
Ow!
That thing hates you.
Is your sword out?
Yep.
Perhaps it hates fire.
You got your
This is the
sword
planet
out.
Earth.
Put that away.
Put that
please.
away.
Make yourself a target.
We all, a couple of us have
It
torch,
maybe hates light. Put it away.
but I have a torch out too, so I'd have to
No,
put
I
that away
do.
too.
Giving me a headache.
You can use.
Put the weapon away.
Okay, so you take another 29 points.
You're pretty
of
far away
damage.
from him, but yeah, exactly.
I'm yelling, put your weapon away.
You're being a target because of the light.
Throw the
62?
weapon.
I'm minus 62.
Yep, minus 62.
Fine.
Alright, so it's
Slosh has a torch.
no, he has
He's got the light.
He's got light out too.
Use.
He's like, look, we can't move if we're gonna turn off the light. We won't be able to move like we can move.
Correct.
Slosh says. You want
That's
us
why I
out of
said the
here?
weapon.
You
Put the
move as
weapon
fast
down.
as you can to give us a place to follow.
It seems to be targeting the weapon.
All right, Flamesor, you're up. It's new round.
You hear, just.
Toss the torch and bring down your and extinguish your weapon if you can.
Oh, he extinguishes it with one hand.
Okay.
And put it away.
That's great, but you got the
I'll come to guide you.
sword still, or the
I have still my torch still.
torch. Yeah.
Throw
What
my
do you do?
torch? Or no.
That's what you heard.
Oh my god.
Try to not make yourself a target. There's plenty of other people with light around.
He's gonna chuck his
Actually, there's not.
Well, there's
Yeah, I've got
Slosh
who's
has
radiating
light,
out.
and he had light, and Bademar
Bademar's-
had a torch, but I guarantee you that's down on the
And
ground.
he's
'cause
still-
you turned invisible.
he's still holding it,
it
even though
invisible.
he's
Okay.
I'm invisible, but I have light. I got a light strip
That's
on my
it.
neck.
If-
It's not lit up though right now.
Right.
You're in
Okay.
darkness right now.
We've been
Could
trying
he use
to
his
stay by
action to
light
chuck
of
the
two
torch as far as he
Oh,
can?
as we travel.
Yeah.
To keep the
So,
profile down.
I'm gonna just roll
Got
to
it.
see how far.
Visibility.
I rolled a
A one.
Okay, so you slip the torch, it just goes right down in front of you.
he runs. He just links.
Yeah, you got light to run in right now, because
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 9, 30. So you can be like 5 feet off the map.
Okay.
Trying to stay. Like, hit Slosh is getting me. If
Alright.
it's not the light,
Aston,
I'm
what are
putting
you
out my
doing?
sword again. If it's not the light, I'm putting out my sword.
I turn to Mardor. You want to hand up quick?
Huh?
I say, you want to hand up quick?
You can see me?
Yeah, I've got dark vision.
He's
I'm
invisible.
invisible.
Oh, you're oh, never mind. Okay, never. Okay,
You see him fall down, then he
I've
goes
got
invisible.
I've got character nut flare knowledge. I'm just gonna keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So
All right.
Excuse me.
I'm of the opinion if we keep getting pelted by rocks, we
All right.
should
I
kill this
need
guy anyway.
everybody to make either acrobatics or dex checks again.
Okay.
So is it a dex save or a dex check?
Dex save. It will be dex
What
save.
do you want to? How's that?
It'll be a dex check or acrobatics.
I am the one who got a natural 20 again. I just
I
got
got a
another
4.
natural 20.
Okay, you go down.
Not athletics.
Nope. Acrobatics or dex.
Oh, that just.
Man, I'm
Hey,
this is my
17.
third one
All right.
this
So
day.
Mardo, you're gonna be fine when you.
I've got a 12.
So isn't he already?
You're
prone?
fine.
I rolled a natural 20.
17.
All right. Asnod.
20.
And Vega, you're gonna carry your girl. You're carrying her basically. Knock down Garther.
Oh man.
Slosh is fine.
Where is Garth? Is he invisible or is
It's
he
No,
impossible.
he's visible, but he just got knocked down by the shaking.
Hey, you see that? That's what I rolled. Natural 20. Third one of
This is
the
not
day.
playing. Very nice.
All right. So Mardor, you're up.
Let's get out of me now. Like,
Move me over to.
And it's dark where you're at. You're in complete darkness.
No, because of the torch, right?
yeah,
He
the
said he still has his torch out.
Yeah, but think where he's at. It's 30
Oh, he's
feet.
way over there,
He's way
thank
over there. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
You're in
moving.
total
I'm
darkness.
moving towards the torch.
yeah.
Half movement.
If you can cast the bonus action, or
That's
if you
30
don't
then.
use the
If
bonus
it
action.
stands up, 10, 20,
Yep.
30,
Yep.
40, 50, 60.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause we're all moving half move. Anyway.
All right, Vega.
So can I see Flamesor?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not
because he's right by Slosh. You see him.
Okay, and is he within 60?
Within 60, yes.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna do. He's pretty messed up, right?
Yeah, he's got hit by rocks twice. Big stones.
All right, so I'll make some troll blood burn in him, and let's do that up at. I guess let's say third level,
Third level. Okay.
because I'm guessing Grungy's gonna back me up. So
Yep.
Don't need to steal all his thunder. And that's maxed out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. 12 plus.
Cool. So it's with that 12 and 5, so 17 points. Is that right?
All right. 17 back to Flamesor.
So minus.
And then I'll keep holding on. You're doing great, Rafi. Thank you.
All right.
44.
45.
Does this allow me to attack?
45.
What,
Oh,
stay
yeah,
invisible, or do I become visible if I
Or
attack?
You will
17.
become visible.
Okay, never mind.
Our intent is to leave
I
here.
get it.
All right. So stand up,
Fantastic.
Garther.
Anything you can do to increase
Conrad,
the
can you
speed.
stand up,
Yeah,
Garther, and then move him?
I can just help. But that would
He's actually going to move off the board. You can just take
I-
him. Yeah. He's not going to stay in that
I
path.
don't know. I mean, who knows how far these things even throw.
All right.
Yeah, that's
so-
that's sort of my
Could
opinion. It's
run
like,
for like 200 feet and maybe it could be still.
it's one thing to look.
fucking don't know.
All right. So Slosh is gonna yell back to Vega. Do you want me to stay close to the group or take off?
We should stay.
Slosh. I have the light. He's like, because he's that's where you see is the stone. He has a continual stone.
Why actually stay with us?
All right.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, so he's actually gonna stay put this round and wait till everybody's like running. Grungy, you're up.
Double move. I think double move. I think that'll get me behind
So that'll get you a single move. Because of the weight, remember?
the way.
On this plane,
We're not paying
Oh,
double.
is that?
Right now.
we're
we
way
determined that?
down.
We're not paying double right now.
They're not paying double right now.
Oh, we aren't.
No.
Okay. Interesting.
So you go through 5, 6. Right here?
And then can I get adjacent to Flamesor
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
and still use a? I'm gonna use a.
You can use a bonus action.
Yeah, I'll use a third circle bonus action or third circle healing word out of the staff.
Okay.
And so by the power of Thorgon, heal, and you get 20 back.
Jeez, thank you.
Because who loves you? Thorgon loves you.
All right. So 20 back. All right. So minus 20 back.
So that's 3 charges off the staff.
All right. Bademar, you're up.
I'm gonna stand up. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60.
Just
Hold
let
on.
you know.
Rafik.
Okay, so Rafik notices. So it feels oppressive, but it doesn't. We're not moving half movement.
No, no.
Okay.
You feel it in your lungs. It's hard
Sure.
to run. You guys are running, but
Sure.
right now, no, you don't seem to
Okay.
be in
He's gonna
speed
try
and
to-
movement.
He's gonna try to fly. He's gonna try to pick Vega up just to see if this area is not
No,
seemingly
yeah,
affected.
you try to bounce off the
Yeah,
ground.
exactly.
You weighted.
So
No.
he realizes this, but he's like, okay, I'm still going to try to use that to
Yeah.
make myself lighter as I go.
Yeah.
Is this
So he's going to move 5, 10,
High gravity.
and
Gravity.
Does he-
yeah.
I'm going to give
High
it
gravity.
a high, low. So high, he bumps into Mardor. Yes. So he'll say, Mardor, can you carry Vega?
Where is she?
I have her right here, but she is unable to walk.
Sure.
Her walking is, I don't know why, but
Escape
He holds out his arms.
sure.
So
So he'll
yes.
try to
Yeah.
hand off, and I'm assuming that's it for my movement at that moment.
No problem. Yeah, absolutely.
To do the handoff. Yeah. All right, I think that's all he's going to do right now.
Okay.
Who's he chucking at?
Keeps throwing shit at him.
That's what's next, man. On the bull and everything.
Yeah, I think I might be.
No, I'm playing Joe's next. He's always next. Like, he's gonna attack Slosh, but which one of us is gonna hit?
Stone just falls onto the ground.
Oh, right there.
Right there doesn't hit anybody, but yeah, you guys feel the impact of the ground here. This stone hits the ground. You hear, you better run! Get out of my home!
There's no love.
Didn't get to meet the Stone Man. That's sad.
All right, Flames are your up.
Looks like you don't like light.
Light doesn't bother me at all. He says.
I
Then
got,
why were you hitting me?
I got
You were there.
Yes,
You're
you.
up, Flames. All right.
Rafik says to Vega, tell Flamesor to shut up and not speak another word. We do not need.
Sorry, Flames, let's not make this thing. Let's just leave.
All right, what do you do?
Took you plenty of time to fight it.
Something else to kill.
What do you do, Flames are?
I can finish healing you if you stick near me.
He's going, I must say, pretty close, but
You don't have to move your figure. Just tell me what you're doing.
he's going to actually. Wait, so is he like more down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this area.
Absolutely, yeah.
One last perception check. Joe's right now. Giggles on it. Natural 20, natural 20.
No, he hasn't rolled it yet.
Nope.
He's just claiming it.
I can't see. Sorry.
I wanted a fourth one in a day because that hasn't happened.
All right, so what do you do, Flames are?
I'm just gonna be like, we will come back, and when we do, you're dead.
Why?
I had to.
Don't
It's
use
Flames
all of
of
the
his
rocks.
character.
All
It's
Oh
right.
my
Flames of
god.
his character.
Stop.
Oh my god.
Scorpion on the frog, man.
Sorry, I just.
Run! If Big Mouth wants to keep talking, let him die alone.
9, 10.
That's what Mardor says.
Yeah, I'll be right here.
All right.
I think I can make that.
Saying
I am of the opinion that if he keeps throwing it, I don't know.
All right, I need everybody, once again, the ground shaking, everybody to make dex checks or acrobatics checks.
Man, I'm on hot tonight.
16.
16's fine.
Oh!
I got 14 my first roll, so.
Garther
I got
goes
16
down
total.
again.
Arthur, wow.
I made
Slosh
it.
is fine.
Rafik goes down.
Oh.
Wobble.
Everybody else above a 10?
Oh, yeah, out of 12.
Well, Vega doesn't go down though. She's actually with
Yeah, she's
Mardor
with
now.
Mardor.
But no, opposite.
It doesn't really matter.
She's clear.
He's
Rafik is-
boots. Just mention
Okay,
boots,
all
just
right.
clop,
Mardor,
clop,
you're
clop
up.
around.
Well, move me, double move. I should catch up to some of these people since they're.
Oh, although you're probably paying double carrying Vega.
It's gonna be
No, I can
has
carry
a
twice as
movement,
much as a normal person for my
Yeah.
strength.
He doesn't affected by that.
Super strong.
All right, Vega, you're up.
Okay, so Flamezor, Flamezor, are you still hurt, Flamezor?
Yep.
I'll finish him up or heal him up, so you don't have to
yeah,
waste your
thanks,
spells.
that's fine. Don't antagonize things that are much stronger than us.
I was about to say, this guy's antagonizing us. He threw the first stone.
Oh Lord.
We're in his
So
house.
I'm gonna jump in.
We're
All
near
right.
his home.
All right, so Garther's gonna stand
Why are
up
you doing, like, shit?
and he's gonna just keep running. So I got him. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Why are you all standing by me if you know he's gonna go for me?
We
Like,
don't know that.
We're trying to run past you.
All
It's
right.
like, I don't know. I respect the decision not to kill him, but I don't think it's a wise one.
Slosh is gonna end up
This.
moving about 40 feet in the group off to that direction. Grungy, what are you doing?
Take out my kit and pop it open, grab some gauze and some tape, and,
All
and
right,
then you
so
take. You
spend
get
the
10
round,
plus
total
your
back on up.
plus your
Tape
minus.
his ribs back
so
together.
that's
Taping your
10.
ribs back together.
20
Ten,
points.
yeah.
So you're -5. Okay, perfect. All right, Bagmar, what are you doing?
He's just running. Just goes another 60 feet.
All right, so just heading towards Slosh.
Yeah.
The light. All right,
Joining
perfect. All right, Rafik, you're up.
Okay, so stand him up. That takes 10. And he is. He's actually not going to move. He sees the rest of the group is kind of clustered. He's going to take another look down here since he saw him
Yeah,
before.
the group's not necessarily clustered because Bademar, Slosh, and Garther are all kind of off,
Further along.
further
Okay.
along, yeah.
All right, so he's going to look this way since he saw him once before erupting,
Yep.
right? Does he still see this creature's silhouette, or has he?
Make a perception check.
Of course he sees him, but I don't.
That's correct. Natural
Oh
20.
wow.
Natural 20.
That's
That's
what I
good
was
enough.
going for. Like,
Is he like
on
you
the
determine
stage,
that's
I got
actually a
my-
shadow?
Oh, what?
Oh man!
Yeah, a shadow puppet.
What is
Dang!
That guy's 3 foot nothing. Just has a rock throwing
And
cannon.
he's,
And
he's-
really
Hold
good
on, I'll
puppetry
shoot a
skills.
camera this way now.
What's that?
So-
that guy looks like he's as big as that. Tark looks like he's as big as
so
the
he's
Taurus.
literally like 40 feet wide, 40 feet high.
Yeah, he's just huge, gigantic thing made of stone.
They look like
That-
big strong hands.
that
Yes.
is
Don't they?
Exactly. That's what I thought of when we saw it last week. When you mentioned it, I'm like,
so.
What's that?
Alright.
Oh, why did I
They, never
antagonize?
story.
Like, why did I antagonize?
All
him?
right, and with
Do not
that,
antagonize something 40 feet tall.
We could take him.
No, we
Ask
can't.
nods to the firm PD. We could still take him. I'm fine with leaving, but
We've taken on
We can take
dragons. We have not taken out golems that are 40 stone golems that are 40 feet tall.
every day brings a new experience.
No.
Oh shit, is it
No.
moving towards us?
yeah,
It looks
so
like-
it's moving, and it takes its fist. Let me get back to my seat here. It takes its fist and just hammers the ground super hard. I need everybody once again to make dex checks. The ground
Dex saves?
for you
Dex
though,
saves?
hold on, a little different for you.
first dex check for everyone.
First dex checks for everybody.
18 for Baymar.
What did you get?
17. Actually, 19.
What did you get?
Oh, I was.
You're something special though.
I made it.
Perfect.
I passed.
Sorry.
Rafik,
18.
perfect. Garther's fine. Slosh is fine. Mardor, I need you to make another dex check.
My little outsider. Where's my police?
I gotta make a character that's one of these baddies. Like,
A 15.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, the ground
just a
shakes as
stone
he
golem.
hammers the
Yeah, can I roll one of these as my next character?
ground. All right.
100 strength. 100.
Yeah.
1 dex.
I've got a con mod.
And then
plus
I need-
250.
I need now the ground beneath you opens up. I need you to make another dex check.
Advantage. I got 21 total.
Perfect. So if you can put this in his spot and then just move
So I
him
like
over.
barely keep my feet apart, like just so I don't fall in.
So yeah, all of a sudden this hole just opens up underneath your feet, and it goes deep. Well, you can't
Oh,
really
no.
see anyways, but a deep hole opens up there, but you step out of the way.
I step 5 feet out of the
How
way.
far do we think we are from the city?
You're like maybe a mile or two away.
And how far is the entire area just completely it must be tremendously loud.
Yeah, without a doubt, the ground here is shaking,
Yeah.
making a lot of noise. Yeah,
It doesn't have to be. You can put this in a sock and hurt somebody with it.
and he yells, "Well, then kill me now instead of killing me later." Says you hear that, so.
I messed this up.
I need a wisdom save because I don't believe what I just saw.
All right, Flamesor, you are up, and now the ground is shaking a lot more than when it was.
Maybe you ought to apologize.
He mumbles under his breath in Elvish. I'm sorry. He mumbles under his
No,
breath
it's
in Elvish.
Louder in comments, Flamesor.
No, wait, you
You're up.
understand?
Yes, they all.
No,
also
you didn't hear me.
speak
I was
Elvish.
mumbling. I was
Okay.
mumbling.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay. Your
All
mom.
right, in Elvish.
Leg it.
All right, what do you do?
I tell Vega, should I howl and just leg it? Let the leg it loose.
What do you do?
I think you should yell, "I'm sorry," and we will not come back.
I'm sorry, and we will not come back. I yell in
Good job, Flamesor.
All right. So then, what do you do?
Does he respond or no?
Not yet. No.
I'm like, so
You're good. Just run. You're good. Just run now.
Mm-hmm.
he's going to wait actually because if he comes forward, then I would at least because I can take the hits. Well, a couple of us can take
So-
the hits, but most of us can't.
You,
Okay.
you
Most of the
can't
group
take
can't.
falling in a deep hole. Just run, man.
I was about to say I'm quite confident we can take the hits.
Right,
I'm not
right.
certain you'll live through them, but
Yeah, Rafik says, use your actions and leave.
Fine.
Speak
Leg it.
with your actions.
I'm gonna. He
Say
says to
yelling.
Vega, I'm howling and legging it. I'm all legging. I just.
Perfect. That sounds good.
Woo! Just
All
goes.
All right. So double move. Double movement.
And
No.
can he pull out his sword while
It's
he's
not,
No.
not quite so.
So you get a ways, you
Get
get
away.
towards
You run.
slosh, you get to
Double.
run faster during that.
No, I'm
Yes.
further than
Flames
I
will
get
run
further.
with me.
So,
Yeah, you can run, but stale stain is the light, but past slosh. That's no problem. All right, Asnon, you're up.
I don't know. I wash my hands of this and keep moving that way.
All right. Once again, I need everybody to make dex checks again.
12.
Oh,
I hate
okay,
that thing.
advantage.
I make it. I got a 1 my second roll, but I got a 17.
I hate this thing. Is it?
Oh,
The die
No,
goes
that's no
in the
good.
middle.
Taking a 9 doesn't make it.
9, you're on the ground. You fall
All right.
over.
How about a 19?
You're fine.
mm, mm.
I got 19 too. Like,
Don't waste the DM's time.
I beard planted.
All
Oh!
right, Mardo, you're up.
Double
That's
move.
why you keep the
All
beard
right,
around.
perfect.
Cushion.
Vega.
And a 12 makes it.
Cover my shame.
Oh.
I didn't know if the
I
DC
think
got
I'm just
harder.
gonna watch and keep talking. You're good to go. Keep going.
All right.
Yeah, he's like 120 now for the board.
Arthur is gonna
So I got an
move.
18 strength.
Slosh is gonna. He's like, we're leaving, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
normal
that's
thing.
All right, so
Hopefully
Slosh
he doesn't
is.
come after us.
This Slash speaks Draconic, right?
20 times 13 would be 600.
I don't think he does actually.
20 times 3 would be
That'd be
600.
hilarious.
So, right. So
Baymar is constantly saying things in Draconic to Slosh and never gets her response.
He's very offensive. Just thinking it over.
What can I think? 36, 40.
All right, Baymar
Yeah, he's just
540
moving.
pounds.
120 off now.
It's your
and Grungy.
low end.
You gonna get up?
Yeah,
No, that's
Ardor,
that's
can you
an act.
see?
Huh?
Can you see where you're going?
I'm just moving straight ahead towards the light, towards Slosh.
Yeah.
Do I go
Okay.
past him?
No, you can't get past.
You can.
Yeah,
you can
I'll
keep
stand up and then
with
I'm gone.
Okay.
I'd like to stick next to Mardor, or I'll move in conjunction with him, so that he always has somebody nearby he can grab a hold of.
Okay. So you can see. All right, Rafiq, what do you do?
Because you're my brother.
Rafik is going to cast message
Okay.
and say, "My sincere apologies. You are tremendously fitting opponent should we ever wish to die. Please accept my apologies and let me know your name." So he can speak back aloud or whisper it or whatever
Now
else.
you would speak out loud. He says, "Oh, tell the young one not to return this way. I'll be watching for him. I'll smash him into the ground." He says.
Okay.
And that's it. And so if you
Okay,
guys
so
so
I cast,
choose,
but then I'm
you're moving.
I'm gonna move.
All right.
So
Not a problem,
I got
guys.
dark
If you
vision,
guys
so-
all run on out of here.
Yep.
I didn't know he was that big. I
I had a
thought
suspicion he was that big.
You still don't until Rafik tells you because you didn't see him, even though he was the size of a barn.
What did we see?
No one saw him except Rafiq.
So once we all sort of collect,
you guys
I say,
run off.
you must
By the way,
understand.
everybody's at except for Vega is at one level of exhaustion.
okay.
I am at 2 levels.
To understand the immensity of that creature.
First level is disadvantage on
But-
skill checks.
He was 40 feet wide and 40 feet high. His ability to throw that single rock nearly cut him in half.
Yeah, disadvantage on
I do not wish to have any unneeded conflict. This is very important to understand in the city, especially. Here it was one creature defending its area or toying with us, but whatever it is not part of our mission to engage him. Or it, I should say.
Two blows caused this young man 70 some odd points of damage.
Nasty.
The first one was 54, man.
And the second one was 25.
Big old
Was it?
ball
Oh, okay.
there.
29 was the second one, and 55 was the first.
So we already burnt off some significant healing due to that.
Right.
He makes a giant feel tiny.
Exactly. And Rafik will do minor illusion to show like his basic form,
Okay,
but
yeah.
he says that's no earth element.
No.
It's a mountain element.
That is more of a god to the earth elementals.
You guys don't know.
So knowledge, any chance of knowledge?
Yeah,
nature?
go ahead. Yeah, you can actually. You had the sight of it.
Okay, so 12 on the die plus knowledge nature. So that's 17.
You think you've heard of them. You don't know really much details about it, but you think it could have been a stone titan.
Wow.
A titan against a titan.
It's like, yeah, so you have this.
Because it's so big,
Yeah.
that you're like, you think you've heard of them, especially here for their, on terrain. But yeah, probably a stone titan. So very, very powerful creatures, very territorial. So yeah.
So, and Rafik will go to
go to Flamesor and say, Flamesor,
What?
It's a hand.
please. I want you to promise me that your worst part of your anger and your honor can be kept in check. Your mouth will only cost us being all killed if that thing decided to pursue us. Okay? In this city, it is important that we succeed and we all live through it. I very much appreciate your ability to fight when it is time to fight. I do not wish you any ill will. And I am sorry that you were the one to bear the brunt of his attack. It is not as though you started things. So, thank you for your finally understanding that to walk away from this was better.
He was scared.
Yes,
You hear that just
Fear-
over the wheel.
fear is immensely
Over the
important
wind. He was scared.
to understand.
So-
Bravery does not exist without fear.
All right. So, if you guys want, you can put the group in the middle of the board. It's fine.
What does it take for getting rid of that exhaustion level?
I think a long rest.
Rest.
Long rest or a short rest?
Long rest.
Unless
Or
there
are
exists some kind of
some
potion to
healing
do that.
spells that do it. So
Yeah.
you might want to check it out.
All right.
I still am of the opinion we should track down some of that magical Red Bull or whatever that will get rid of it. I would pay for that.
All right.
Magical
So,
Red Bull.
I didn't
Yeah.
think we'd be fighting a titan. Like, sheesh.
I know.
And I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, the Dungeon Master's Guide, right?
Mm-hmm. Lesser restoration.
All right, guys. So you guys continue on to head into this, head towards the city. So as you guys get closer and closer,
Actually,
Great
before we
can.
get
yep,
too close,
Okay.
Rafik will make sure we stop.
you're about a mile away.
Vega, I think you must prepare us for entry into the city.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've been thinking about that while I've been sleeping. Thank you for the nap, everyone. Sorry I can't walk yet. It's so heavy here.
Yes.
I was about to say, since we're going to be arriving under the cover of darkness anyway, maybe we should just take a rest outside the city before we go in.
There are many creatures that can see not only in the dark, but through the earth.
Yeah, I suppose.
And this creature may have been exactly that.
Better to rest at
Understanding.
an inn.
It was underground before erupting.
Yeah,
I
you
was just throwing that
completely
one.
have an understanding that a lot of these
I
creatures
appreciate-
here
Yeah.
that are, that are native here have the tremor sense as well as perception. So they feel the ground shaking, like earth elementals, the Zorn, Umber Hulks,
Right.
Stone Titan.
And our footfalls are much heavier here than they have been.
Yeah. Like I said,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
I
guys,
get that.
even you hear your footprints when you normally don't.
Do we
And
have
so, guys like Mardor's steps are just huge clumps on the ground.
Asking
I
the
feel like I'm a
group,
lot quieter.
do we have any sense what entrance into the city looks like? How guarded it is? What any magical barriers?
Is there an entrance
Could
fee?
we all slip in invisible, for example, or such like
I
that?
think-
Or we don't know. We don't
We're just walking through the doors.
We are trying to slip in using a disguise rather than trying to do it invisible.
I mean,
I
what's
think
the
invisible risks greater consequence.
another thing is that it's probably I would think it's unusual for a group as ourselves to just walk in. I think most people probably teleport to a place like this. It's gonna be weird for a group of like 10 people probably be walking around on the elemental plane of Earth and just enter the city all of a sudden.
There are gates that Alba said. There are gates within this city, but there are also those that travel by using plane shift and other means. So they would have to travel by foot,
Yeah.
unless they had knowledge of how to get right to the gate.
Yeah.
So while it is not common, I would say, it is not all that uncommon for a city that has 1 million
Are there
denizens.
any sites of roads coming out from the city?
At this point, no, you're still a mile out, remember, and it's pure dark.
Right.
So,
This is
and
actually
then Vega said she had an idea.
And according to our previous discussions, there are other communities other than the city in the surrounding region.
okay.
Farther
So
out.
I thought maybe I would be a slaver, and I think a couple others would be slavers, and then a bunch of you would be slaves. What do you think?
I'm not being a
I got more details, but I need to get just general buy-in.
I think
then I'll tell you the details.
It sounds smart in general, Vega, just because if we all act as free people, then the main issue is that someone can just make us a slave if they want to. Actually,
Right.
being a slave is actually more of a protection than not being a slave right now.
Slosh says, I'm
Yeah,
down.
you said that.
Slosh says, I'm down with being the slave.
Yeah.
Perfect. You're right on board. You will be my slave. So I am going to be an illicit, and I think Rafik, you have an idea for yourself.
Yes.
Grunty, I would like you to be a slaver too. And if you don't mind, would you be willing to look like one of the dirty dwarves? I think they're called Durger.
Yes, I like your plan, and I will
Are you
hold back
willing-
my prejudice.
Can you be angry and mean to your fellow party members?
I'll give you pointers if you need to.
I'll be a slaver too, Vega.
Oh, jeez.
So I was gonna make you a tall drow male.
I'm not being a slave. Still, that's not happening.
You want to be a slaver? Because we need a few strong slaves. We're gonna pretend like our slaves are warriors.
Oh,
But
fine.
we don't have minor slaves. All of our slaves are really good fighters.
Okay.
Yeah, like we're going to be fighting in an arena or something.
I'll be a
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we even could fight in the arena. I know you guys. are
Send me
really
in. I'll
fight.
go into
So
arena.
maybe
Me and
we'll
Frost
fight.
do like a tag team
This
fight.
is the
I didn't hear any of that, Meg. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I don't think so. Gets excited. So, Asnot, what about you? You okay being a deep gnome? I think there's some dirty, dark gnomes too, right? Like your cousins or something.
I'm fine with it. I'm just not certain how necessary it is, but sure.
Well, it's up to you. I want everyone to have a disguise if they want one, so they don't look like themselves. So you're protected later if need.
All right.
We are essentially going to steal something.
Yeah, sure.
Whether
This
we
was
kill
gonna be
its
what you
owner
had.
or not is
we're gonna have a little
not
tattoo
sure,
on
but
us.
as much as we
That was
do
gonna be-
not look like
Before I
our
knew you were
regular
Rob, I thought you were gonna be your
composite.
guy. Yep,
Would
so that
be
was
good.
you with it, but you had yours on your neck, so you didn't shave your head.
The
Sure. I thought I was gonna be one too.
the other thing.
Martyr, are you willing to be an ogre that drools a lot?
Not much of a change.
Sick burn.
Ow!
Harsh.
Ow!
Let's play a game of dwarf toss, shall we?
That's great.
Just joshing you.
How high can he go?
And then plays their jumps up with
strong
it.
as you,
Like,
because
I
I know sometimes
and
we've
then
done
you punch
illusions
the ground
to make
and
ourselves
fall.
look pretty different.
I
But
just
this
punch
time I want all the illusions to be really close to what we really look like, in case someone touches us.
At least-
something like that.
Height and size. Yes, size wise, not feature wise.
So if they touch your muscles, they'll be real muscles, kind of thing. So I need something, and all I can think of is an ogre. What do you think?
Or half ogre, perhaps. But
How about stone elemental? I have
A what?
bony plates on my skin.
the earth elemental would have markedly different composure and is much larger than you.
Smaller one doesn't have to be full grown. I mean, that's what my skin sounds like.
I am not opposed to something of an
I
elemental.
didn't catch what he said. A stone golem?
He was saying of an elemental nature.
Earth elemental.
Stone elemental?
It's just
Or-
a
but
smaller
we met
earth
those, didn't we?
elemental. Yes, you have met
Yeah,
them.
well, we met them. Yeah, I give you one of those. I'm
The other-
friends with those.
The only other component that I would say
Alex.
does not fit with that is
Mm-hmm.
that none of us speaks Terran.
Hmm.
And you, if you were an earth elemental, would be most expected to speak
I think
such
you're
a
going back
language.
to being Glug the ogre.
Glug.
Yes.
Love, yeah, I made names up for everyone
It
already.
is not uncommon to see your kind. The problem is we want to not have
What's my
too
name,
many
Vega?
elements of our
Your
original
name Neymar is halitosis.
composition.
Are you serious?
Yeah, halitosis. You're gonna
Well,
look like a
I
lizard
could
dog
always
whose
take
tail was cut off.
tongues as a spell,
That is
and
true.
then I could speak it.
You're gonna be a lizard folk whose tail was cut off when you tried to escape once, and we taught you
I
true
understand.
eating.
We should have somebody that
Okay.
speaks it anyways.
Yes.
Vega, what's the name of the city again?
Yes, we should.
Mardom.
Perhaps
Yes, thank you.
there are some.
So
No,
your
I
name
would
is
know of
Slither.
like Genocide and
All right.
or Genasi, right?
What?
The
Flamezor, your name
Genocide
is
or
Ragnar.
Genasi or whatever
What?
that are of Earth.
Ragnar.
So
Yeah.
there's sort of an Earth component to a medium-sized creature, but not.
Yeah.
You know.
Asnod, your name is Squealmaker.
All right.
I'm glad you like that.
Sweet.
Grungy, your name is Dirt Eater.
Yum.
Whose is that?
Yum.
Grungy?
Grungy is Dirt Eater.
Dirty.
Mostly because we can see it in his beard now.
Garther, your name is Thundar.
And actually, the tongues will
The barbarian.
Oh, you could have
Executed it. It's sort of a
Ragnar.
shitty-
What are you making Thundar?
But we'll have to ask Bill if it still lets you
Thundar is gonna be a
actually
Durker
speak
too if he's
Okay.
okay with it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that'd be
I'm
fun.
a weird guy.
Okay, so now here's the next
Moreover,
one.
when the target speaks,
So she
any
takes- we have a
creature that
torch,
knows
right?
at least one language can hear. and
Hold on.
target understands what
Yeah,
it's
no
saying.
worries. You guys can talk for that. Sorry, I was talking.
No, they're just reading the spell.
If you actually speak
Oh, okay.
Karen.
Yeah, but it means if they would hear it.
I know.
Okay, is there a
No,
torch? They can
that
use the
doesn't- that's the problem. That's a question for Bill.
What's the question? What are we trying to?
Tongues.
What about
the way
tongues?
the way it speaks, it says the spell grants creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, so if I cast it on myself, when I speak, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
Which is
My-
different from like 3.5. You actually spoke any language.
Now, my
You know.
interpretation would be that it's going to understand your words in whatever language it understands.
I just don't know if it would present itself like the
Yeah.
old version. You know, if you spoke in Terran, you sounded like you were speaking in Terran, not
Yeah.
just like
No.
and you
Yeah,
hear
this
it
one's
different.
more like interpreter.
Right,
Yeah.
but so it depends on how you
Battlefish.
want to rule that spell. You know, do you like the old version better than this? Because it doesn't.
The core question is, will it work as a disguise? And
Right.
It sounds like no.
Probably not. It would probably be in the sense that
And you're right,
you
but
can
it's a sucking
understand
spell.
them
It's
and speak it, but it wouldn't come. You know, they would know that you're not speaking
Terran.
Terran. So
Lame.
let me just.
It may still be useful for someone to understand someone speaking Terran.
Sure.
Or any other
and,
language.
and being able to speak and be understood, but
Well,
we essentially have that with you anyway.
Yeah, it's just it's a understanding. It doesn't
Well,
in the sense.
Because comprehend language just lets you understand
Yeah,
any language.
yeah. So this
This
just
one is
makes
sort of
you
like, okay, but you can speak, and whatever you speak
and understand.
is understood.
Yeah, exactly.
Flamejo, you speak
So
Elven, right?
It's almost, yeah, he does. It's almost imparting comprehend languages to other people.
Vega, do lizardmen naturally know Draconic?
I don't think so.
No.
What do they naturally know? Common, that's it?
Let me look at Slosh.
We've been trying to teach Slash.
It used to be, but that was the standard. But now
Oh no, it is Draconic. He does say Draconic. Common and Draconic. It is Draconic. Yeah. So those are the two languages he has.
I'll probably just speak in Draconic the entire time then.
Do we have an actual torch with some that we're carrying too?
Yeah, Bademar has a torch out right now, and the Flamesor has a torch out.
Can you put out your torch for a minute?
Of course.
Okay.
Put it in.
So once it cools off a little bit, she's gonna take some of the charcoal, some blacks, from the wood, and she's gonna start sketching a tattoo-like image on someone's face. Let's maybe say Asnai, because he's shorter than me. I guess most.
Sorry.
And he's gonna start. She's gonna start mimicking this tentacles coming out from around the back. I think Josh has a cool picture.
Yeah, I
Sure.
saw it. That's pretty cool. Yeah,
We can put it on camera.
sure.
And,
Put it on the middle of the board.
so remember how he said some of the slavers are tattooed. So I'm gonna put as part of the disguise. I'm gonna put a tattoo that looks like this on everyone's face.
Just supposed to represent our slaves.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
Slaves of the great Amugath.
Wait, what's your name?
Amugath.
Spell it.
Amugoth. Amugath. Is everyone ready for their disguise? Does anyone have any personal requests?
Am I keeping my weapons for this disguise or no?
Yes.
So, yeah, you can carry your weapons, no problem.
All right.
Because you're going to be warrior slaves devoted to protecting and fighting.
All right. Sounds good. Let's do this.
All right, so she'll cast. Okay, so she's gonna dirty up Grungy's plate mail because it's mithril, and she's gonna do a little minor image just to confirm what Durger looked like with the dwarves.
Okay.
So get confirmation. I haven't seen one of those myself. I think everything else I've seen. And maybe she'll do the same thing, another minor image with of a deep gnome with Asnod if he knows what they look like.
I'm not certain if I'm familiar with deep gnomes, but yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say
Well, I'll show
probably
everybody.
not.
Maybe the dwarves have seen one.
Yeah, that's definitely, I would say, probably not Garther, but Grungy, yes. Grungy's lived longer. I mean, he's lived his whole life there at Sunderhold, where Garther left at a younger age. So his background in the sense of, the Durger, he knows of them, he knows of the deep gnomes, but he's never seen them. But I would say, without a doubt, Grungy has probably seen a corpse brought up from the mines of Durger or a deep gnome coming up. So yeah.
Perfect. So I'll confirm with them so I get the illusion right, and then I'll do an illusion. So I'm gonna look like a tall of a kid with a mask, sort of a gossamer veil over my face, purple cloak, and Rafik. You can describe yourself, Rafik, since we talked about this.
Yeah. So Rafik will take off his shirt to reveal his chainmail, and then he puts on his shirt, puts the chainmail on the outside so it's more visible, and then going to cast Fabricate Build.
You're gonna be a 70s porn star?
He casts Fabricate on the on one of the belts of the hellhounds.
All right.
So that the actual smell is there as well, sort of a brimstone smell, and
All right. Alex, the rapper, remember?
flaming
Shouldn't be doing the rapper then.
red hair,
Hey.
charcoal skin,
All right.
similar to a fire giant, but only he's normally 6 foot. He's going to be about 6'6",
Okay.
and stocky as all get out, but charcoal, and then a medallion that actually shows that sort of
Oh, the
tentacled
tattoo,
face.
Tentacle tattoo.
a
Cool.
golden medallion, and he's going to ask either Grungy or
Also, is this the pictures what everybody's gonna be looking like?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get
Yeah,
him in slow.
Perfect. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So he'll ask if Grungy or Garther can lend him their warhammer, so he'll just carry that, and if we get into a fight, he'll hand it off. But he's trying not to look. He doesn't want to carry his glaive.
Garther's right. I'm not giving up any of either of these. Garther would say.
Very well.
The diplomatic
And, I will be Fatid,
I don't think I've ever used it.
a denizen of the plane of fire, and descendant of both fire giant and Jin, perhaps.
Sit in a seat so they can everybody camera.
Oh
can
yes,
see.
that's true. I'm standing up.
Oh, that's perfect. I love it. It's getting experience for that bad boy.
So yeah, it's and that cloak has been around for a little while, but he did do he took time to clean the pelt and such, but he does fabricate to make it fitted to be an appropriate cloak, but it's sort of like this rank,
Perfect.
brimstone and rot
Love
kind of
it.
smell or whatever that the damn hellhounds already had.
All right. So, as the dungeon master here, I just want to see. So we have. I know the slaves are going to be Baidmar, Slosh, correct? Any who else are the slaves? Flamezor's a slave,
Flamazor's a tall giant.
and Asnod.
He's got a dark black tattoo coming around his face. Asnod is a deep gnome. He's almost naked. He's super scary thin, but very strong.
Yep.
Covered with scars all over his body. Dark tattoo coming around the back of his head. Mardor is named Glug. He is an ogre. Sorry.
And he's going to be one of the slaves too.
Yeah, he's a slave. Roughly made armor. Drool constantly coming off of his lips. He is scary and disgusting all at once.
All right.
And Garther is Thundar, deep scars across his chest and on his wrists and legs where shackles have been deep into his, into his extremities over the many years. I think that's.
Who is going to be the drow? Wasn't
Me.
there?
So he's
Oh,
gonna-
Flamezor is going to be
Flamezor's gonna be
drow.
drow.
But is it going to be a slave or not
Yeah,
a
I'm a
slave?
slave.
He's a slave, same.
And so we'll actually take his half plate off, and we've got the armor from the drow that we killed, and we'll make sure that he actually puts some of the armor, cloak, etc. on, because was it chain shirts that they were wearing?
Different ones had different
ones. Okay,
stuff.
so he'll take a chain shirt to try and
Yeah, but what's my AC gonna be then?
Not as good.
not as good for now.
So I'm not one to dictate stuff, but it's generally smart if fewer people speak, therefore information is not lost. And for when they do ask, where are we from?
That is a good question.
Nobody will ask.
Oh, are you kidding me? I was tempted to say sigil.
I'll just tell him the truth. From my mother's womb.
I was just gonna say elsewhere.
None of your
No
business.
one will ask. Okay.
That's what I'm saying exactly. We'll say nothing. The slaves will not speak, and in fact, I've waited for the final piece of this puzzle. Are you ready, everyone?
Mhm.
Good. So I think the slaves should have a mass suggestion cast on.
I don't know about that.
So that your eyes will glaze over and you will focus only on me, just until we get into the end.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
No.
That way, it won't rely on any of you having to actually lie or deceive anyone. You
Yeah.
will truly be my slaves briefly.
No.
No, I'm not doing that. Flamer doesn't.
What
Even
is
though
the
Kiwi's
word?
not
What is the wording that you
Absolutely not.
are
I will not.
offering?
I suggest you serve as my absolute and perfect slave, utterly obedient and unable to hear or see anyone other than your true masters, myself, Fatied, and the Dirt Eater.
Absolutely not.
What save is it for
Yeah,
me and him? What save is it?
Until we arrive.
That's
at
not.
the
Hold
second
on.
scene.
Relax. She's not casting it yet. She's just suggesting it.
I was
And
reading.
yes, just saying what she wants to do.
I do
So yeah, Mardor and Flamezor are both against
not
it.
seeing or hearing is I want everyone to be able to take in some information as we go, but simply not speaking to the denizens of this city maybe
Slosh
Useful.
will say, I don't need to have that. I'll shut up.
Yeah,
I won't say anything.
Yeah, I
do
don't
that
think-
without a spell.
Yeah,
I
think
don't
it's
need to
necessary.
say anything. But yeah, you might need the Flamezor on the other hand, though.
Let's dump it on both sides over there.
Flamezor,
And it says-
unfortunately, may need help of one sort or another. I think as long as the suggestion is amicable, something that he would agree to beforehand, it does help him.
Just
I
cast
don't mind
Flamezor,
silence.
you're not gonna be able. Are you gonna be able to be quiet?
Yes, I guess so.
If somebody talks to you and insults you or something, are you gonna be able to be quiet? Somebody says, "Hey, you drow filth." What are you gonna
As
do?
long as he doesn't hit me, then we're fine. As long as he doesn't hit me, then we're fine.
You're gonna be fine. Somebody insults you.
Mhm.
Really?
He may not understand.
You almost started a fight with some
the
big
reason I
stone thing out
the
there in the
reason I
middle of
insulted
nowhere.
Well, he was
that
throwing
was because
rocks.
he threw a rock at me. That's why I was insulting him. Like,
And for
Someone
context, that was
he almost killed
that was quite a
me.
rock.
Someone might throw a smaller rock
How
at
do
you
you
here.
expect
Huh.
me not to insult him when he threw
That-
like a rock?
Silence, you drow filth.
The
You're gonna be
problem
fine
is
with that.
He
Oh,
better
let's
not.
try. Let's just
Maybe-
try any wording. How does that sound?
No.
I don't think it's necessary. No, I'm against it as well.
I'm fine as long as nobody hits me. Then there's no problems. As long as nobody hits
So-
me. Like,
what I have said earlier is that you being able to control your temper is the most important thing that you can be doing in this endeavor until we are at our goal and attacking the one who has the diamond. Other than that, if you speak, if you attack someone who attacks you, you are risking all of our lives and all of this mission.
oh, I know. Be fine. I'll be fine.
And the three of us, we will be pretending, of course. We will have to be insulting to you because that is
I do not wish to do
Natural.
that, and I must apologize in advance if I do speak ill of you. It is not truly of you,
yes.
you scum-sucking sack of horse shit. That was just a try to see how it feels.
And that is what I did
And after
previously.
he's
to
done,
you.
he just like nudges him a little bit. Just goes. Just goes. I wouldn't do that.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
So do you want the protection of her spell so that you do not have to lie?
Fine, just do it.
And anyone who is uncomfortable, it is very much up to you to keep your words in line with
Change
what
the
you
spell
are
a
doing.
little if you want.
At least like look.
Slosh says he doesn't want to be under it. He'll just be quiet.
Yep. Same there. Yep.
So does Mardor. So does Bademar. They all say they don't want to be under it.
And I do not see as great of a risk with those of you who have in the past held your tongue.
But Slosh says, but Vega, you should do it for Flames.
In Vega's head, I agree.
All right, are you ready
He's
for me,
twitching.
Sorry?
He's twitching right now because you all just.
Are you gonna go ahead and let her do it?
I'm gonna resist at disadvantage just for the fun of it, but it won't count. I'm just gonna.
At disadvantage. Just
Yeah,
at
I know,
disadvantage.
it's gonna be
All right, go ahead and
What
make
is it? What save?
it's 17. On is it charisma?
If there's only one person, I'll just do
So
a
Will
suggestion. I won't do the.
Yeah, just
Charisma?
suggestion.
Charisma save?
Will.
It is,
Will?
I want to say wisdom.
Right.
Wisdom.
check,
Sorry, will. What was that?
17.
Oh, 16 on the die. Oh, I miss it. Unless it says it.
Even with the 16, you didn't.
All right, so his
Yeah,
eyes
I might-
his eyes glaze over. And how long is this going till last?
That one's up to 8 hours.
Okay.
But it's so
8 hours.
Like she can take it off.
So for 8
Yeah.
hours, Vega can do anything she wants with it.
Well, no, that's not the case.
Yeah, I
The
can still
suggestion
move.
is what?
So word the suggestion again.
Yeah.
Speak it as you.
So I actually changed it so I wouldn't be too assertive. I suggest you do not behave aggressively until given permission by one of your true masters, myself, Patiet, or Dirt Eater.
Which you really should use the people's names because he's not gonna. This is Flamesor, by the way. So Grungy, Rafik, or Vega. Yeah. So those people you're gonna listen to.
We have a new
Got
shield.
it? So you're a
I'm-
slave.
I'm not slave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
are.
are.
Understand that
Suggestion.
the concept of this slavery is not that you are
I got
in chains, but that you are a warrior.
And
Okay,
so
I'm
all
willing
the
to go.
slaves have the tattoos on them, right?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
as part of two other things, right? So they all have the illusionary tentacles coming out, and she's gonna go over those with charcoal, so that there's in case the illusion breaks or something, or if someone tries to see through it, those will look real.
Perfect.
And then Slosh also has a very subtle black stripe down the back of his scales.
Okay. And are you keeping Slosh as a lizard man and just changing him
Yeah.
around a little bit? Is that
Yeah,
right?
just change. So yeah, he's gonna be because he's got a tail, and there's no way to cover that up. Oops, the tail.
So Slosh is a lizard man, and so is Baidmar.
Okay,
But
Baidmar
Baidmar has a stump where his tail would be.
was okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, because we cut it off because he kept running away.
All right.
Oh, somebody just grabbed it and pulled it and snapped off.
Yeah.
We'll go back.
What was your code name?
Is that how that works? Slosh?
God, I don't remember. Hang on. What was my code name? Did I have one?
Oh.
You're Squeal Maker.
Squealmaker, that's right. Sweet.
Maker.
I'm fine with that.
Squeal. You
I
make
thought
people
he
squeal.
did
Oh,
have
yeah.
a tail.
Awesome. That's right.
Baybar? I don't think
Alright.
Dragonborn. I don't think.
Vega gave both.
I don't think
Vega
he
gave both of
They
the.
can, I
Vega
don't
gave
think
both
he
of
has
the lizard man
But they
huge
can.
members hanging between their legs.
Maybe I don't know.
Rafik, what was your code name?
I am Fatid.
Fatid. And Slosh and Baidmar don't have their names.
So go
Slosh
again.
is Slither.
I hope I got your anatomy correct.
Just act unintelligent. You don't have to just say master and stuff.
It's a little small.
Just say master.
Again,
Yeah.
review
Giving
the
you a
names
name
for us,
actually gives you
Vega.
worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So I am Amudad. And,
Slosh says, I'm not going to remember
Grungy,
that.
Grungy
So
is Dirt Eater. Asnod
I'll
is
just
Squeal
call you
Maker.
Master.
Hold on.
Sorry.
What was the third one?
Dirt Eater is Grungy.
Yep.
Asnod is the Squeal Maker.
Yep.
Damn straight.
Mardor is Glug. Constant drool. It's like amazing. It's like a dog, right? It just keeps coming. Garther is Thundar. Flamesor is Ragnar. Baidmar is Halitosis in honor of your special ability.
Isn't that like a disease for God's sake?
It's bad breath.
Yeah.
No, it's really bad breath for other people.
Deadly breath.
Deadly breath. And Slosh is Slither.
I'm Slytherin.
Alright, let's go. Okay.
And then how long does the scene spell last?
That's 8 hours as well.
8 hours. And these are both what level spells? Just so I have
Suggestion was just second.
second. Okay.
And, yeah, and seeming is 5th.
Papa Monkey Baby. Boy,
Perfect.
boy, boy.
All right. Cool.
Bakiad or Dirt Eater, I will require, and so she'll stop talking now. Her little tentacles waving.
Wait,
Like
are we
it's little
taking a
tentacles
short
waving.
rest?
Someone must carry me now.
Do I need
Short rest. Yeah, we can say right now you're probably
I'm
a
tired
short
of
rest. Why?
How you
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
to
Go
get-
ahead. Yeah.
Do I need to write this down on a second piece
That-
of paper? for
what
you?
What is it plus?
What did you roll on a
I
die,
got a
buddy?
2.
You're definitely better.
All betterer. Plus your con.
Oh, plus my gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vega, are you gonna heal up at all yourself? You're gonna be on a short rest because talking this all through.
Oh, yeah,
Casting
sure. I guess I
this.
can use a couple hit dice, right?
Yes, if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I don't think I've done that in forever. What do I roll? Just d8s or something?
So whatever your hit point die is, and then you can add your con.
Okay. Alright, so I'll do two. I got 8 and 4. That's 12 points. So
Yeah, and then with your, well, you might not have con.
How
So
does
12
that was with my con.
Oh, with your con, so you're -2 then. Okay,
Yeah, -2. That's fine.
perfect. Yeah.
do those work like any other healing where if he or I had cast that spell, it would have automatically been max?
No, it has to be during a short rest.
Yeah, but we can't cast that spell during the short rest.
Oh, at the very beginning of when
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You
Well,
could.
we left this thing, and we were traveling for more than a minute when that expired.
Yeah.
I know. I'm saying if when we start to rest, if we cast that spell,
Yeah,
we'll be
if you
able
would
to
want
do
it
the
to.
job.
Yeah, if you'd want to waste the spell,
Sure,
yes, you could. Absolutely.
Got it. Okay, that was the question, because if we were really hurt and everybody needed to be healed, it would be worth casting one spell so that everybody's dice were maxed out.
Yes. Well, more than likely, you're already out of spells at that point. If you're that bad off. So,
Unless you're saving one for that specific reason.
I can't wait.
all right. So, you guys have, you all have your names. You have what you look like.
Oh, I still have my flame blade. They didn't take that.
Taking your weapons. You still have your weapons and stuff.
Oh, so I'm a rare drow.
You all look different now.
You're a drow with a weapon that would hurt you.
And Rafik says, I am not holding out my glaive, just as I expect you to not use your sword unless
I'll use
you
my
need
other
to.
sword.
Yes.
Then. I'll use my other
So
sword.
do I have a?
Because that is
Did you change the
characteristic.
appearance
That
of
is
my maul to
characteristic
make it
of
look
the
like a
maul.
big old club or some kind?
Yes. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I actually had that in the description. That everything that you had just looks rougher and like it was made by people who had no skills particularly. So and jagged and more dangerous.
So am I like a gladiator type thing then?
Yeah, we're glad
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Yeah.
You had to fight to stay alive. Absolutely. We only keep the strongest slaves. The others get eaten as delicacies.
Does anyone have actually any skills that would be desirable,
Details to your
such
character,
as
too.
I do.
Carrying that into what's still
knowledge of gems or
Nice.
knowledge of smithing? I am a capable smith, but
That's awesome, dude.
anyone
Wheelmaker
else?
serves as our chef.
Okay.
I don't know if you do that.
I'm knowledge of fighting.
I think Arthur might have smithing or whatever. I
A light
just don't
stone around my
remember.
neck, even?
And so,
Mostly of the slaves, we could then say is also a smith
Mhm.
or
Yep, I have all their skills.
okay.
Slash is he also cleans the sewers for us. Right, Slash?
yeah, whatever.
Sundar is the blacksmith. Asnod is an excellent chef. I mean, wheelmaker.
That's yep.
We work together on these pictures of the internet.
Perhaps.
I can't believe you're a chef.
That's awesome.
My culinary skills
All
are
right.
without match.
So with that, you guys have all that. Are you heading on in towards the city,
I like that one.
or is there anything else that you're discussing before?
I'd say
Before when we are going to be going on this, do you think it's going to take us more than an hour to finish what we're doing? Vega?
I'm not following you. You mean to walk? Amugoth? Are you referring to Amugoth?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, before we leave here, should I cast my tongue spell or should I cast it once we get there, before we enter? It lasts an hour and it doesn't require any concentration. At least then I would be able to understand everybody, and if we had to say something, we could.
Yeah, let's wait till we're right outside. I think we should wait until we are right outside.
Okay. All right, and the other question is, Do you know how to speak all these languages? Do you have that spell yourself?
I do not have tongues.
And you're going to be our spokesperson, is that correct?
More than
Correct, but
likely, I
will
will be
speak in
speaking
people's
aloud.
heads, and mostly my general will speak for me.
Okay, so do you
When the
want?
great Amugad speaks, people start to quiver inside.
Okay, never mind. You've
Do you
answered
know
my
what?
question.
You know what Seth looks like, right?
No.
A mind player.
Listen,
A lithid.
tentacles
So
and all.
yeah, they communicate usually
Telepathically.
telepathically.
Oh, you
So-
should have been a beholder, and I could have just carried you.
Conveniently, you will be carrying me anyway,
Dr. Squidmore, whatever the heck that guy is from Futurama.
because my legs
Soyberg.
are not working
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, so you are carrying her anyways.
Lord.
So
All right.
I don't know why her legs aren't. Why aren't her legs working?
all right. So do you
Yeah,
guys
I
head
do
into
not
this head into the
I'm not
city?
gonna go there.
Yeah. Let's go.
That's why you're ogre.
All right. So as you guys make it closer and closer towards this city, it gets the lights become. There's more and more. You
I do not speak Terran.
guys ready?
I am ready.
All right. so you guys get closer and closer to the city. More and more lights, just come more and more visual to you. A variety of different color lights: green and red, blue, white, and so on. You do see it's further into the city. Now that you're getting closer to the city, you see probably maybe it's 8 stories high. A building must be a building you see lit up with white lights. Actually, two buildings that are very close to each other, towers probably. That probably about 8 stories high. As you guys come closer, you actually notice a wall as you guys are getting closer, made of black stone, and you see, of course, off to the side where you're really walking towards. You make this out a little bit in the sense it's still the darkness, but as you guys now are getting closer and closer, maybe just even 100 feet away now, where you actually see a wall in front of you. The lights are lighting this up a little bit more where your vision, you can see. You see this large, and it's also lit up with lights, this 3-story building that comes over the wall. The wall's about maybe 12 feet high, not a tall wall. There's no one on the wall. You guys actually see a gate off to your left as you're walking. That's lit up where you can actually go into. But you see off to your right this large building that must probably be the palace, as it's dome shaped with diamonds and other jewels. It stands out because it's white. It's probably marble. Grungy and Garther kind of figure that this has got to be marble. Where a lot of the other buildings, you see sandstones behind. This black rock, you're not quite sure if it may be granite or something, but it's black colored stone, this wall that you can't even see the ends on either side. But yeah, you think the palace is probably maybe 2-3 levels high, plus there's 4 towers that are lit up, as well as this big dome in the middle that's lit up as well, and that you see that. Well, you start heading towards the gate. At the gate, and there's the doors. There's no doors closed in. But it's around, just basically I forget, Trappist, I think it's called. Yeah.
Trapezoid?
No.
Trellis.
Trellis.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. Just around trellis. That's very large, though. You can walk probably, 60 feet in through this gate, so it can take whatever's coming through. There is no really road, other than when you see past into this city, and there's just tons of buildings and people walking around. It lights up more. The streets are lit up, so you can see normal down these streets. As you come up to the gate, you see this rather large, probably about 9 feet tall, brown-skinned humanoid, wearing breastplate and has a maul in his hand, bald, and on each of his sides, three on each side in a row, standing one behind each other, are these rather large humanoid figures. They're probably 8 feet in height. They have 2 black long horns. Their legs are made of look like bull. In fact, like minotaurs, the minotaurs you fought, looks like their legs. But their body is their torsos are more structured and shell-like. And their arms, and they all have great axes, and their arms are huge as well. And they're also shell-like, and they hold these great axes. As you approach, and the humanoid, the brown-skinned humanoid, goes, "Welcome to Mardom. May I ask, what is your business in Mardom?"
Out of character question, did the suggestion spell get cast, or did we decide to ditch that?
It got
It
custom.
only got put on
cast on
flames.
Okay.
I am Fatid, servant of Amugat. We are here to seek trade.
Trade of what?
We have a selection of slaves.
And where are you from?
We are from Berdach.
Where is that?
He turns to Amugat.
I assume that was in character.
I would tell you to deep in the mountains in Terran. Just tell the truth. Stick as close to it as we can.
Deep in the mountains from the world of Harthron.
Okay. How long are you planning to be here?
Is this in common, Dova?
This is
2 weeks. Telly.
Yeah, good question. So does he speak in common or in Terran or in?
He speaks in common.
I'll tell you, 2 weeks.
2 weeks is our intended stay.
Okay. Well, welcome to our wonderful city. And he they kind of just moves off to the side.
I'll tell you to him, I would like one of those as a slave, please.
Who do you tell this to?
The big guy.
Roll initiative.
He'll look at you, and then back in common, he'll say, well, then you can buy one in the open market, the free market. But these 6 aren't for sale.
I'll go back. Thank you.
How much for the little girl?
No, it's how much for your daughter?
All right. And so you notice that the city here, buildings vary in size. It's very crowded. The streets are filled with people, and of different races too. You'll see some half orcs wandering about.
It's cosmopolitan.
Let me just pull this on up here just so I have a better reference for you guys, since I have a head cold.
General Fatih, I'll tell you too. Let us go to the center markets where we can find slaves.
Okay. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so well, you'll have to figure out how to get there. But first, so as you guys enter the city, the streets are, like I said, they're crowded. They're wide streets. I mean, there's plenty of room in the sense of streets, but it's just so crowded with people. The buildings are just on top of each other too, right next to each other. I mean, there's an alleyway here, streetways here and there, but it's very crowded. It's probably uncomfortable, definitely for Mardor, Grungy, Garther, not. I mean, most of you guys are very uncomfortable because most of you aren't used to cities. And even, really Rafik and Flamezor and Vega, even though you guys have been in cities, nothing in the sense of just the populace. The streets are just packed with people moving here to there. You'll see just walking, and just as you guys are coming through, you'll see half orcs, humans, maybe a halfling or two, some elves, a couple dwarves walk by. You'll see a couple earth elementals just moving down the street. Maybe a minotaur even as you guys are going through here. And in the Dow, you'll see actually a wagon that's being pulled, a small wagon, that's actually being pulled by 8 half orcs, not horses, but half orcs, pulling this wagon. And there's this Dow sitting and on it, riding it up, and has the whip or whatever, and whips down. It's like, move, as they're heading down the streets. The buildings are all lit up with these gems, and they're placed usually around the doorways or windowways, also on the corners. There's street posts, and they have gems up there that with a yellow glow on these gems. So it's very well lit, even though if you look further up in the sky, it's complete darkness once again. But it seems like the streets here, very lit up, along the ways, all quarters, but very crowded. You guys have to kind of walk together in a sense, make sure that you don't lose anybody. You'll see a variety of people. You can see sometimes you might see, you see a freaked with a chain on, and on this chain he's carrying a dozen different people, different sizes, from a hill giant and a few humans and a couple half orcs, and they're all chained at the neck with about 5 feet interval of chain, and he's just dragging them, kind of going down the street. But others, you see other half orcs or humans, maybe with their heads down, going in and out of shops. There's tons of vendors, everything. It's so loud. People are trying to come up to you to sell you wares. Look at these. Would you like to see some jewels? And it's just overwhelming when you guys get in here right away. There's tons of offering you food.
Sugar dates and pistachios.
So, would you like some warm hazelnuts? They're coming up to you, and they're staying away from Vega, the illithid. They're all kind of weary of that. But
as far as a marching order through here, we have
Set us up, yeah.
have Slosh is parallel to me,
okay,
and then whenever we stop at like a gateway or whatever, I have him. He starts moving first. So the two of us up front, and then we'll have Mardor and actual visuals. Mardor and Flames are next.
Ragnar.
Ragnar, yes, exactly. Ragnar and
Glug and
and
Glug and
Glug.
Ragnar.
Glug.
Yeah, you can just
Glug is
move any of
guaranteed
those
to
stuff
put me in
out
the
of
middle
the way.
with Glug.
Yep. She's just right behind Glug, being either carried or assisted.
No
Not
carry.
sure.
Carried.
Bilbo, have we seen it? What have we seen for beasts of burden yet?
You haven't seen any beasts of burden.
Just the half-orcs, that's it? Nobody else pulling anything with anything?
Anybody that you're seeing pulling stuff, actually, you will see this carriages. You will see a carriage where an ogre has another Dow and a rickshaw running down the, kind of marching down because it's too hard to run.
Right.
But marching down these streets. But yeah, so you don't see any beasts at all along the streets here at
No
all.
horses, no mules.
No
nothing
horses,
exotic?
no mules, nothing like that at all.
And have I seen any carriage chairs? Like with people holding the 4 posts?
Not yet. I mean, really, you guys have just kind of stepped into the city, walls, and but you've seen, like I said, described a Dow in a wagon and with some half orcs dragging it, but
Alright, keep us going towards the center.
So yeah, we'll make somewhat towards the center, keeping the palace in view.
okay. Well, so the palace is actually right to your east. It's not gonna, if you're going towards the center of the city, and you see these 2 tall towers, and you think that must be the center of the city. But that's far away from this
Like
palace.
at
You
this
can
pace,
see at
going
this
through
pace.
crowds, it may take us 2-3 hours to get there. Or
Yeah,
okay.
you think it'll probably take you an hour.
Do we see any more of those horned creatures like standing
Members?
around as guards?
No, I mean, not standing around. No, you don't see in the sense of standing around. You walk down the block. You don't see any walking around. So no, you don't see in the sense where they're, just standing at buildings at attention or anything like that.
What about signs?
Yeah, there's signs. However, the signs are in Terran.
Or in Terran? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and maybe more of a chance for me to actually understand them since the script is similar as well. But he's going to look and just sort of observe, look at the shop or whatever below it and try to,
Yeah,
get
so yeah,
some
there's,
determination.
like I said, there's tons of shops and storekeeps as well as vendors selling stuff off the street.
Are the shop signs in Terran?
Yeah. Yeah.
Terran only.
Yeah, that's so far, at least right when you come into the city here.
So natural 20. He's just looking at, a few of these trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
so
Cognates.
you'll figure out, so like, okay, this one's a butcher, you'll get that, you get, this one, even right next to the butcher is a fishmonger.
Mhm.
So you'll
I'm not going to lie. I'm not about to trust the fish.
Yeah.
Chain of birth.
you'll actually get another one with like, there's clothing accessories here. You'll get that. Fur, you'll get that. You'll actually even trade goods. So you're getting some of the signs. You kind of figure out what they're selling. You don't quite get at their names or maybe who owns the establishments,
Right.
but you're getting out. Okay, you kind of see what's there a little bit. Okay, this word means.
And then
this.
I'll keep looking at the shop itself, and we'll maybe veer, towards the shop that I think I see what it is, and, but keep going towards the center and see if that's where the, if between here and there, there's more of a variety of the bazaar.
Yeah.
I'll tell you to Glug. Are you able to understand these signs? Glug, can you understand what they say? It's in your head, Glug. Stop drooling in your head. It's disgusting.
A little spittle drips off of his mouth and drips on top of Vega. That's not an illusion.
You'll pass some inns and taverns.
Okay, so there are some inns and taverns that we.
Yep, absolutely. So
And I'll keep my eye out for a slave. You know, somebody who looks like their head is down,
oh yeah, there's plenty
but
of
is
them.
perhaps like a fire genasi or other fire related.
Okay, make an insight check.
That's gonna be fun. A 9.
Yeah, so you don't see any in the sense of fire genasi or anything like that seems to be wandering around slave like at least.
Okay.
So you might have seen one fire genasi, but he didn't look like a slave. So
Okay.
so but there's plenty. I mean, the one thing is you guys have gone through a little bit more, a couple blocks deep into the city here. Heavy half orc population.
Okay.
And you'll see a variety of that are wandering. Some of them might have an armband. It looks almost in the sense too. You'll see some familiar to what those Varroks had on them. Some of them might have an armband. Some might have a leg band. Some might have neck band. You might see some tattoos on some of them, brandings on some of them. But without a doubt, the largest population that you've seen are half orcs.
Okay.
Which is in a sense good, strong slaves. You know, they're big, they'll be obedient, dull-witted, easy to charm or keep under control, but strong. So, so yeah, without a doubt, you see more half orcs than any other race. The next race would you see is probably human. And that's the same thing. There's
I'll pick
a lot of human
I'll pick
slaves.
a human slave that's on his own.
Okay, yeah, that won't be a problem.
You.
So he'll turn around and yes.
Where is the central market?
Master, do you mean the free market?
Yes.
I could show you. I could escort you there.
Yes, do so.
Okay, so he hurriedly walks. Come this way, and actually, so it turns off. So instead, where you were going towards the center, he now turns off. Once again, off more to the southeast area of the city. So he's gonna he'll bring you into and right into this area where once again you see another Dao, and there you see two of these Minbers that I described earlier, and he'll point. You can just go through the gates there, and that is the open market. And behind the Dao and the Minbar, you see tons of people and shops, but these are more tent-like, not and vendors. It's open area. It's huge. You can't even see across the other side. But there's no buildings inside. There's probably buildings all around, but it's this huge opening. You can't even see the other side. It's just so many people. Tents, tons of tents.
So as soon as we see that group,
Yeah.
Leave us.
And then he'll run off.
Before it gets too far, Manling, where can I buy a map? Point me to a place where we can buy a map of this city.
Do you say this to who
The human.
says, I do not know of a place like that. I'm sorry.
Move along.
And he runs on off.
okay. So I'll walk up to the Dale,
Okay.
and in common, we come to trade. Is there a slave for purchase or hire that can tell us the layout of these shops?
He laughs. Ha! Layout. The slave tell you that? No, the layout. It's chaos in there. Every day there's somebody different selling this or that or buying this or that. There is no layout. The city moves even within the city. So there might be a building there one day, the next day could be rubble. So no, there is no layout of that area in there.
And he'll turn to Amuga.
What do you seek? Are you purchasing slaves? Are you selling slaves?
Yes.
What kind of both? What slaves are you looking for? What kind of slaves are you selling?
Master has requested a member.
Okay. Well, go into the center of the market and see if he knows. And there you may be able to find somebody to sell one. They're expensive though. But yeah, go into the center. I would recommend that's probably where you're gonna find your higher value items to sell in the sense of slaves. If you're looking for or selling, and he looks at your guys' group, selling warriors or purchasing warriors, go into the center.
Amagat will reach into the Dao's mind and say, "And we want human children, slaves."
He'll say, "Get out of my mind, Illithid," or be struck down. You can, if you want, you can have your servant speak to me, but don't speak to me in my head. And he says, if you want to purchase children, look more for the outer realms here of the market. You'd be able to purchase children. Carry on.
So he'll wave Slosh forward and start moving.
All right. So you guys will start heading in, and this, I think, guys, is where I want to stop for the session. Just purely because my chest cold.
You're losing
guys.
it,
You're running out.
Yeah, I'm
Steam, I can hear it.
losing my voice, and I want to make sure that I don't half-ass this
Sickly human.
fun city. Yeah.
Very dusty.
So I'm
rain.
gonna go ahead and sign out here, guys, quick.
All right.
So sorry we're short session this week. However, your friendly dungeon master Bilbo has a very bad chest cold. And
Just remember, it is cool to be a freak. Wait,
geek.
a geek.
A geek. So pass it on. We'll see you in a couple weeks. We won't be on next week as I will be in Canada with Flamesor there, visiting Garther, who is in Regina playing football right now. So remember, it's cool to be a geek. Pass it on. Happy gaming. See you in a couple weeks.
Attention. I got 39.